Hello, Scott Kokenge here. The element I had received to do my lexicon video on is the element symbol. And a symbol, not to be overcomplicated, in literature is defined as a person, place, or thing that suggests more than its literal meaning. Symbols generally do not stand for any single meaning, nor for anything absolutely definite. They point, they hint, or as Henry James put it, they cast long shadows. To take a large example, in Herman Melville's Moby Dick, the great white whale of the book's title apparently means more than the literal dictionary definition, meaning of aquatic mammal. He also suggests more than the devil, to whom some of the characters like him. The great whale, as the story unfolds, comes to imply an amplitude of meanings, among them the forces of nature and the whole created universe. Um, I was been reading a lot on the element symbol, and it can mean a variety of different things. A character could be a symbol, an act, symbolic act. Um, for example, when you see maybe a picture of a rose or a picture of two people kissing or hugging, what does that imply to you? What is that? What how is that symbolic? Well, to most people, that would the first thing that maybe would come to their head when they think of those three things maybe would be love. Um, Characters, again, if you were to research different movies, for example, like the movie King Kong and The Wizard of Oz, uh, those types of movies have some the characters that are have a symbolic meaning aside from just being the dog Toto, for example, in The Wizard of Oz. I mean, there's if you were to read up on it, every character, from what I understand in the movie the Wizard of Oz, has a underlying symbolic meaning. And again, like the movie King Kong as well does. Um, and why do writers use symbols? Why don't they just go straight to the point as to what they're trying to say? Um, and one advantage of a symbol is that it is so compact and yet so fully laden, both starkly concrete and slightly mysterious, like Miss Emily's invisible ticking watch. It may impress us with all the forces of something beheld in a dream or in a nightmare. The watch suggests, among other things, the slow and invisible passage of time. What the symbol says, it says more fully and more memorably than could be said, perhaps in a long essay or the subject. One other example I might use is in the book or movie by Stephen King, It. Now, if you were to just think of a balloon tied to a park bench, that doesn't mean nothing more to you than just a balloon tied to a park bench. Might be a kid's birthday party or something, but then now let's further define it. Now you see a red balloon tied to a park bench, or further, a red balloon tied over a street gutter. Now, all of a sudden, that's symbolic or that means something to those of you who have read the book It or seen the movie. It's automatically brings fright to you. It's a symbol for um, something more than just a red balloon. Um, and that's a little bit of what I've studied on for symbols. And again, it could be an act, it could be a person, it could be a place or a thing. But I'm hoping that the definition that I gave you made sense and that you can maybe research or Google symbolism of maybe the Great Gatsby or King Kong or Wizard of Oz or even Moby Dick, the great Moby Dick the whale. actually had a symbolic meaning as well. So I would encourage you all to, if you get time, to Google that and maybe do some research on that, because it's really interesting. I didn't know some of them until I started researching the element symbol myself. That's all I have. Take care.